Haverhill is a city rich in history. Founded in 1640 as a farming community, the city eventually evolved into an important industrial center and for nearly 200 years was the hub of American shoe manufacturing. And while Haverhill's days as the so-called Queen Slipper City are gone, remnants of that history are still visible. And today, Haverhill is changing with the times, attracting new businesses, new residents, and with them, a new economic vitality.
Haverhill's rich history, I think, gives a sense of pride. And it tells an employer or even a resident that there's greatness here. And that hasn't gone away. That will continue. The infrastructure is wonderful. The prices are right. The access is wonderful. It really is a great place to do business.
For Haverhill resident and real estate developer Lisa Fitzpatrick, Haverhill's once thriving shoe manufacturing factory, the Burgess Building, is now the perfect home for up-and-coming businesses.
The goal was to develop an incubator to attract and support small businesses and entrepreneurs, and we're still working towards that goal.
Since 2011, over 32 new tenants have moved into the Burgess Building, some renting small offices and others finding large space for their innovative entrepreneurial businesses.
What we currently offer our tenants is cost-effective space. We're typically below market values with a lot of shared amenities in a supportive environment. Not only do we try to support our tenants by helping them tap into some of the resources that we are aware of and that we're involved with, but we also encourage them to network with each other.
Haverhill's manufacturing history was one of the reasons another business moved its factory to the city. At Southwick Clothiers, employees are making men's tailored suit coats, jackets, trousers, and overcoats, primarily for the classic Made in America brand, Brooks Brothers.
Southwick had a long heritage of being in this area, and we felt it was important to keep that in the Mann Valley. The city helped work with us on moving us into this facility, so it's been I think a good partnership for us and the city of Haverhill. We speak 15 different languages in this factory. It's an immigrant-based workforce, but we really look to find the skilled labor to help us produce a very technologically advanced product.
And it is possible that some of those technologically advanced future employees are currently receiving their education at Haverhill's Northern Essex Community College.
You think about workforce development and what Northern Essex contributes to workforce development in the area. So last May, we had nearly 1,300 graduates. Among those students, those graduates, some of our fastest growing fields are what we call STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, and math, putting people right to work in the areas that are most needed in Massachusetts.
And now Northern Essex is partnering with UMass Lowell to offer upper-level courses in areas like business and criminal justice. And there are also plans to set up a new campus in downtown Haverhill.
We know that when the adult population of a city has college degrees, the per capita income of the entire city goes up. So if Northern Essex and UMass Lowell are able to partner downtown Haverhill, the economic fortunes are going to follow.
Haverhill is also attracting a creative community, one that is already stimulating the city's economy and quality of life.
Haverhill has a long history of creative industry. For centuries, it was dependent on the Merrimack River to bring the raw materials down the river so that they could go into shoe shops. Those same mills on the waterfront, right across the street here, now house market rate condos with all sorts of creative types in them. It's fairly common knowledge that when artists move into an area, that area becomes gentrified in some way and economic development is not too far behind.
One of those artists, gelatin printmaker Linda Germain, grew up in Haverhill and has moved back, setting up her studio in a downtown industrial space.
I kind of am drawn and inspired by industrial, like rusted metal and bricks and that kind of thing. Haverhill has that kind of edgy industrial feel. However, you know, you can go to Winnie-Kinney Castle and walk around the lake and forget you're in that, you know, industrial space is just a mile away. So I think it's the combination.
Annual outdoor events like the day-long River Ruckus, a popular farmers market, A growing restaurant and gallery scene and public art displays show the changing face of Haverhill.
We think that Haverhill just has this incredibly distinctive aesthetic. Right behind us is the magnificent Merrimack River, just a magnificent asset that, like other mill cities, we had turned our back on that asset. And so now, with the leadership of the mayor and others, we're turning our face toward the river again. And so we want to say, hey, this is a beautiful, emerging new era for the life of Haverhill.
When you think about the river and the importance of that river flowing through Haverhill, wind in the sails might be a good way to think about that. There's wind in the sails of the economic recovery, there's wind in the sails of employment, of rebuilding factory buildings, of the cultural and art scene, of the educational scene. Yeah, the future looks very bright in Haverhill because a lot of good people have put a lot of energy into things that are moving quickly, effectively, with great excitement, with great purpose, and I think with tremendous potential.